James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, you know, it's really hard to believe that the Privy Council Canada would fumble a request from the RCMP to gain access to Ben Perrin's emails. And he's the key link between the Prime Minister and the cover-up. He negotiated the 5-point deal with Mike Duffy, and he was involved in the negotiations of the $90,000 payoff. So now that his emails have been suddenly liberated, will the government tell us when was the last time the Prime Minister spoke with his legal counsel, Ben Perrin?
Secretary of the Prime Minister. Of course, obviously, Mr. Speaker, I would have no knowledge of when the Prime Minister last spoke to Mr. Perrin. But what is very clear also again today is the level of cooperation that the Prime Minister's office is providing to the RCMP. Mr. Speaker, of course, when the Privy Council followed up and found their mistake in not having previously released Ben Perrin's emails, the Prime Minister's office immediately took initiative to make sure that the RCMP had access to that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
And the honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
I want to be helpful to my friend from Markham, but if he doesn't know the answers, then why are they putting him up? Isn't he their spokesman? You know, it seems awfully strange that this government would tell the RCMP they deleted the emails of the Prime Minister's legal counsel, and then when push comes to shove, the emails reappear. So is it their policy to make the electronic legal correspondence of the Prime Minister's lawyer disappear, or do they only disappear emails from people who are involved in the Duffy cover-up?
Again, Mr. Speaker, the Assistant Secretary to the Cabinet was very clear with respect to the unfortunate error that occurred on this, Mr. Speaker. There are, of course, Treasury Board guidelines in place that govern how emails are handled when employees leave, Mr. Speaker. But again, as soon as these emails were discovered, Mr. Speaker, Privy Council contacted the RCMP to make sure that they had access to these emails.
Honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
There's an issue of competency. Maybe they want to invite Dalton McGuinty over to help them figure out how to deal with their email problems in the PCO. You know, I mean, if the government can't explain how the legal emails of the Prime Minister's lawyer were suddenly disappeared, and now that which was lost, as if the Bible says, has suddenly been found, maybe we'll go to a simpler question. When Prime Minister got rid of his lawyer in March 2012, was Ben Perrin fired, or did he leave on his own accord? What were the terms that Ben Perrin left the Prime Minister's office?
The Honourable Prime Secretary of the Prime Minister. Again, Mr. Speaker, it's my understanding that Ben Perrin left the Prime Minister's office to seek a career as a professor at I believe it's the University of British Columbia. I would invite the Honourable Member to Google his name and see at which institution he's working.
The honourable member for Random here in St.